The impact is going to be a great impact, largely because you know what we were talking about here last week. Coffee does not begin at marketing level.
Yes.
The coffee value chain begins from the planting, the picking the right seeds, the preparation. And what UCDA had managed to do is to regulate at all that level. And that's why, while other crops in this country were collapsing, coffee was going up because the quality had been regulated at all levels. Now, UCDA is an MDA of government. So it is okay if it is part of the ministry and the rest. But the question is going to be extension services. Because when we rationalized and liberalized in this country, one of the things we disbanded or privatized were extension services. So the farmers who can afford farmer extension will hire these services and will have good yields. The farmers that cannot afford extension will make do with the local knowledge they have. So if the ministry is taking over this entity or this coffee value chain, it is important that it prioritizes farmer extension services. Because if it doesn't, you're going to have a drop of quality at the level of production. So that by the time you come to marketing, you're marketing coffee beans, some which have sand, some which have soil, some, because the UCDA was even regulating the drying, the processing, the hulling, the everything. So issues of coffee don't begin at marketing level. They begin at the production level. That is one. And coffee, like all crops, is not just coffee. Coffee, I think, has also been cultural. That's why when you go to Addis Ababa, you'll be taken to drink it. Yeah. Ethiopian coffee, then when you go to other places, you'll drink Italian coffee, and everyone tries to emphasize how different these things are. It's true they are colonial crops, they have been moved, but with the time they have developed a culture of their own. You don't have much identity in Uganda with regard to the brewed coffee because we export most of what we produce. We don't consume like Ethiopia, which consumes at least 60%. For us, I think we consume less than 10%. We are not a coffee drinking country, we only produce. But even then, I think on the economic side, it had created some kind of identity. And this is the identity that actually maybe the speaker and the government is trying to say that it's not just a tribe identity, it is a national identity. Every country, every ethnic community here, every society is growing coffee. So we can't say that coffee is just a thing of Baganda, Bagisu, and people like that. But it has been disseminated. But still, people have historical connections with these crops because many remember that's what put them in school, that's what built them the first house. So people have histories connected with that. And then because of that, and also because of the information and disinformation. And last week when we were here, we were talking about can people be given the right information? Nature abhors a vacuum. So in the absence of correct information, people speculate. Hence the speculations you saw, this is an attack on the central region, or this make ensure, and maybe that's why we are talking about the voices on the mic, that was not turned off. But again, because even in this whole debate, you still haven't gotten accurate information to the farmer. What you're getting are people who are politicizing the coffee debate. And like everyone has said, things in this country actually tend to take a political dimension because that's the only sector which has been growing. It's the only discourse, it's the only discourse which has been growing. So everything takes on a political dimension. So those who are looking to 2026 will look at this debate, even those who have been silent for a long time, as political capital. And as they do so, you remember you have a society which is also going to weaponize this debate by asking, what did my MP say or not say in this debate? And so the MP knows that the society is going to weaponize this debate. Then what do you see, like you saw today? Of course, you have the excessive force, which we say is uncalled for, but you also have the politics of performance. So people have to perform to show that they really, really fought the bill. So you have those who came dressed like they were in morning attire, black gomeses, with something in the waist, because today our society is dying, the coffee bill is being passed. But of course, you have those also who performed more dramatically. Performance politics. So some performed more dramatically, and I hope the injuries will heal very fast. So, but you see, that's how Uganda has become, that you have to dramatize something. Okay, so you have to perform it, visualize it, and make it appear out of the norm for you to capture attention. And why is that? Because discourse in some of these areas has failed. So to go back to your quick things, to your question, one of the things we need and to pray for, and that the ministry needs to pay attention to, is extension services in coffee or whichever crops they are carrying on. Because otherwise, the issue has not always been production. The issue has been the poor quality of what we export. Okay. I hope you remember a few years ago, we tried to export green peppers, and they were found to have worms. So we lost the whole thing because it was dumped. We have had the same incidences with chilies to China. So let there be extension services to ensure that we have good quality. And maybe when we do that and with correct information, we shall reduce on the politics of performance. Thank you.